Hey, yeah, I've got this master lock that I've done a video on before. It's a master lock 653D. I had one of the commenters saying that they locked their lock open, and this is because this is set to all zeros at the moment. But if I put this into the change position, I put it over that hole and push it down. I can push it down and then turn it so it stays down, and I can put it to some random combination. And the thing is, if I put it to some random combination and don't look, and I'm just going to make sure they're all on the whole number, should be, and then I'm going to turn it, lift it up. Now, what I should do? I'm supposed to look at the combination, turn it, close it, and then I can scramble the wheels because I already know the combination. But if I don't know the combination, and if I don't close it, if I scramble the wheels, and I'm allowed to do that with these locks, some locks you can't do that, and that's good. But this lock, it's like a design flaw that I can scramble the wheels even when the shackle's out, and it means that I don't know what the combination is, and I can't close the lock. And I'll put it all back to zeros just to prove. Okay, and it's all zeros. I can't close the lock. What I'm getting is a little bit of springiness when I close it, but I shouldn't get any springiness. It should just close. It goes in a little bit. It doesn't stay closed, and there's a little bit of springiness when I squeeze the shackle. Okay, so how do I find the correct combination? Okay, so what I do is I'm going to just squeeze like this. My fingers are strong enough to do this, but you may want to wear gloves because it can mess with your hands, especially with turning these wheels as well. It can give you blisters. So I'm going to squeeze it together, and you sort of know how hard to squeeze because I can feel the springiness. So I want to push to the end of that springiness, and it doesn't have to be that hard, but it's not soft either. So I'm going to have medium tension squeezing as if I'm trying to close it. Make sure that's directly over the hole. Sometimes it's to the side and I don't get the feedback. So it's directly over the hole, squeezing it in medium tension. I'm going to keep consistent tension, so I'm going to keep squeezing. And the next step is I'm going to start turning the wheels. As I'm squeezing, I'm going to turn the wheels, and in this lock, I think it's this end that I might start first because it's harder to turn. I just went turn, and I felt a click. I felt the shackle go in a little bit. It was very subtle, and you might have even been able to hear it if you're listening carefully. Not only did it click into this number, but while I've got tension, I can't turn it out of that number. It's got play towards 3 and towards 5, but while I've got tension, I can't turn it any further. So therefore I know it's a gate. So that's good. I got quite lucky with this because usually you have to turn the wheels at random, sometimes a fair bit before you find a stuck position. Because it's a stuck position, it means that I'm onto a good thing. It's a gate. There are several gates on each wheel, and only one of them is the true gate, and the rest of them are false gates. So this, I don't know if it's a true or false gate, but because it's in a gate, I'm going to leave it in there because I want all the wheels in a gate. So I'm going to try and turn this one. Okay, again, I just felt the shackle go in a little bit. And on 4, and when I turn left and right, yeah, it doesn't want to come out. I can't turn any further while I've got constant tension. So this one, that's interesting. This one I can turn out now with tension, but Yeah, so why is that? What have I done? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I got some feedback, but now I'm getting inconsistent feedback, and I don't know why. I'm going to leave those two, because as soon as I felt something, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to turn them anymore. I'm going to go on to the next one. Just going to go turn. It's tough to turn, tough to turn. It's usually a good sign when it's tough to turn. Okay, I just felt the shackle go in just slightly on 5, even though I can turn it out of 5. As soon as I feel something, I'm going to leave it there, okay? Then the next one. Okay, I'm going to turn it, and it's tough to turn. It's a good sign that it's tougher to turn than it used to be, because it means that we're onto a good thing, that these are probably in gates. And not only in gates, but true gates, because I moved to 5 and it just went all the way in. Okay, and when I squeeze, there's no springiness. Okay, so 5544 was what it was set to. I just want to show that one more time, because the viewer was having trouble decoding they locked their lock open. They're having trouble decoding it using this method. So I'm just going to do it one more time, just so that it's going to be a little bit easier for them. So I'm shuffling the wheels, shuffling, back and forth. Okay, making sure they're all in whole numbers, not halfway in between. I think that's okay. Okay, and then I'm not going to close it. I'm going to pretend as if I would close it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just shuffle the wheels, so that I don't know what the combination is, and I can't close it. I'm going to put them all to 0. Okay, so it doesn't close. I can feel that springiness. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to turn this. Okay, I'm not getting anything, even though I turned it all the way around. And that's what's more common. I got a little bit lucky with the last time, which is why I'm doing it again. I'm going to turn this around. No, nothing. So what I'm going to do is just turn the wheels to some random position and then try again on this last wheel. Nothing. Just try and turn it to some other random numbers. Right, now when I turn this, I felt the shackle going slightly on 1. I'm going to leave it at 1. I'm not going to talk about play or gates. I'm just going to leave it as soon as I find it. That one's hard to turn out of 5, so maybe 5 is okay. I'm just going to turn that around. Not feeling anything anyway, so I'm going to just leave it there. Now for 6, I mean this wheel. Turning, it's tough to turn. Okay, I felt this shackle very subtly go in, right? If you're wearing thick rubber gloves, you might not even be able to feel that. So as soon as it went on 2, I'm going to leave it there, and it doesn't matter if I can turn it out of 2 or not. And so for the first wheel, I'm going to just turn, and there it just clicked in at 7. So 7, 2, 5, 1. So I decoded it twice from the locked open position. I decoded it, so now I know its combination. Thanks.